For our last session, I'm very excited to invite up here on the stage the president of Rackspace, Taylor Rhodes. Taylor, come on up and tell us what's going on.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
Appreciate it very much. All right, well, I'm going to keep it super brief, but I just wanted to take a moment and say, first of all, thank you for being here. Thank you to our amazing presenters today. When we were talking about what to call this conference, we really had a debate about it, but at the end of the day, it came down to the concept that says technology is interesting and useful, but it's a tool, and the goal of Rackspace is to create the right tools for the right job, but pair that with super smart people, both in your companies and ours, to solve problems, to get stuff done, to allow you to innovate and make your businesses better. So hence the name Solve, and we appreciate you coming here to the first ever Solve and helping us learn both what you are doing and letting us share some of what we're doing so that we can solve more things together. And I think, at the end of the day, we had an opportunity to hear from folks like Docker on the future of apps. I think Ben did a great job this morning talking about that. We heard about DevOps models at WePay. We heard about digital and how do you grow from 80 million to 230 million in about 14 months and scale pretty seamlessly through that type of growth. We heard from the guys at New Relic about big data. And we heard about Chartboost and the fact that running MongoDB in a multi-tenant public cloud is the perfect example of wrong tool for the right job and needing to have a solution and a partner that was custom built to help you get value out of something that is tough to manage, but extremely potent for your business if managed in the right model. We talked about the Internet of Things with SunPower, and we heard Alex just talk about, we heard Zulily. I thought the Zulily process of their selection and how they went about choosing the right partner, even though ultimately I'm biased because they chose Rackspace, was very insightful about the things you need to consider when you're thinking about what should you manage yourself, what should you think about having a partner manage. And I think as the cloud evolves and matures and we go from hype to wisdom and learning, making those deliberate decisions about what you do yourself and what you buy as a variable cost service are very important to some of the things I learned today. And finally, we heard from Alex. Alex is a dynamic speaker, obviously doing super exciting work. I will say I'm a little bit disappointed in his presentation, though, because Alex left $5 on the table. Last night, we had dinner together, and at the table was a lobster was ordered, and there was the head of the lobster shell. And Alex actually kept it, brought it with him today, and I said, I'll give you $5 if you work the lobster head into your presentation today. And it's actually in his backpack back there in a takeout box, but he didn't use it. $5, Alex. You're a startup, you need it. Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that I learned today, really learned from Ryan and the folks at Alex Anani is, first of all, I believe that this bangle, I don't know how many that actually qualifies for. Is that like 8 bangles or 1? I don't know. But this notion of phenomenal growth and being able to change your business model on the fly and your technology model on the fly and being deliberate about the decisions you're making and understanding what you're going to do as you get bigger, what you're going to do now as you're smaller. Really learned a lot from Ryan on that, and I thank him for spending the time with us today. We also had our pavilion out there with lots of different components of the Rackspace portfolio. We've had good traffic through that all day long. And really at the end of the day, what Rackspace exists to do is to help. And when we think about helping, we think about helping in areas like DevOps. We think about helping in areas like big data. We think about helping you leverage the predominant platforms in the web, whether those are e-commerce systems and web content management systems. We think about helping by building economies of expertise in NoSQL data stores and being able to help you leverage those as a service so you can get back to writing code and shipping product. So if you haven't had a chance to stop by some of the tables out there, they will be out there after you're finished in here and be able to answer more questions about what we do and where we can help you solve problems. We also had a rare sighting today of the Scobalizer without his Google Glass on, right? We actually got him to de-glass today, and so you should take a photo of that. It doesn't happen very often. But Scobal's out there. He's available to talk about anything you want to talk about, and believe me, he will. But he's a great guy who sees lots of what's going on in our industry, so make sure you spend a little bit of time with Robert. We also have a video of our day-to-day, so I'm going to play just a quick montage. Larry, is it ready for us? Okay, this was done in real time, so I have no idea what's in it. If it's bad, it's Larry Meyer back there with the headset on. Here we go.
This event is all about using technology, using cloud technologies and sort of the rest of the ecosystem to help you solve some of your most difficult and pressing business problems. Our customers are here, we've got partners here, we've got rackers. Share your ideas, share it with one another. I'm betting there's going to be a lot of great conversations today. And make sure that you use this opportunity to chat and figure out what other people are doing.
The problem in 2014 really looks very different.
We're growing like a rocket ship, so we have to over-assume and add in, the crazy outliers on top of that. So, when Oprah says on air, without warning, she loves Alexani, what does that mean for our customer experience?
We're helping define and shape an entirely new category of cloud computing.
The technology that we have in place that was based on the notion of one app equals one server needs to change. It's interesting because I think if you really want to understand what the future of applications is, all you really need to remember is that developers at the end of the day are authors, they're content creators.
I think as a developer myself, it's always tempting to think like you can just kind of look on Stack Overflow and figure things out. I think we're still pretty early on the DevOps adoption curve that I want us to be on. I think I look forward to a day where we're absolutely best in class.
Now if you took all the data that's been created in the world just in the past couple of years and tried to put it on CD-ROMs, it would stretch to the moon and back. And that's only growing.
And I can't wait to hear what kinds of conversations are happening throughout the day and what kind of ideas get started right here at Rackspace Solve.
All right. This is a good day. That was a little bit like an old Bruce Lee movie where the lips were a little bit off from the audio, so I apologize for that. But, you all are our inaugural crowd at Solve, otherwise known as our guinea pigs. And this is our first Solve conference. We'll be taking it on the road to Chicago and New York and other cities later this year. But we thank you for helping us learn. We welcome your feedback. You all have survey cards. Please be brutally honest on what we did well, what we need to do differently to make these more valuable in the future. And hopefully some of you will come on the road with us or tell your friends about it who live in Chicago and New York and join us there as well. So that's it for me. I'm going to bring John back up here just to close the day. But thank you all for being here. John, thanks for putting this together and emceeing it for us. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. So thank you all for being here today. As Taylor said, we're super proud to be here in front of you today. We're happy you could join us. We've got one or two more things going on tonight that I want to invite you out to. Number one, right after this event, we have a reception on the 4th floor. Starts right away. And then later on tonight, if you want to join us at our offices at 620 Folsom, we have a party over there. So whatever you want to join us for, it's all open to, come spend more time with the Rackers, ask some more questions, or just have a drink. Thanks again. We look forward to seeing you at one of our next events or maybe back here in San Francisco soon. And that's it. Thank you very much.